YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man to see and the place to be in the QCNC. I hope you're doing well, I sure am. We're here to discuss the Bound for Glory TNA Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory 2014. Going to be taking place in Japan this year. First time ever, it's going to be international. We should be really excited and really hopeful for, the opportunity that TNA has presented before them. A chance to draw on an international scale and see what happens. You'd think they'd be giving us a really nice card and we'd be hanging on to the edge of the seats for this pay-per-view, but unfortunately, I'm not excited one bit. And you guys know me, I love TNA. I love TNA. I find it entertaining. I watch it every week. I watch the other company too. So don't dare try to label me a hater. You have no clue who you're talking to. I've been very loyal to the other company for a long time. But let me tell you, I love TNA. I do. I like the action. I know it doesn't have the big budget feel as the other guys, but so what? You're gonna tell me what I have to enjoy or what it takes for me to like something? No. So and neither will I ever do it for you. And I think that's why most of you guys like the show. So let's get right down to it. Now, just to kind of set the table, and all of the loyal TNA fans out there watching, you already know. They've been doing the cross promotion with the Wrestle One promotion, which is the promotion of Keiji Muto, aka the Great Muta. That's his wrestling promotion over in Japan. This started a long time ago. We actually saw pictures of this with I believe it was last summer, was it, guys? Someone comment below. With the picture of Jeff Jarrett shaking hands with the Great Muta. So this went down in paper before Jeff Jarrett even left TNA. So this has been over a year coming, and now it's happening. And they started over the summer, over the spring, whatever you want to call it, with the cross promotion, with Sonata coming in, and they had a couple other wrestlers too that first came out with when that first started, but I don't remember their names, so forgive me. But this has been going on all summer. We've had Sonata. Sonata's had a character change now at this point, as far as teaming up with the Cowboy James Storm. We're going to get to that later, though. But, this is a heck of an opportunity to do something from Japan and, the cross promotion and to try to make both sides of the fence happy. But here's where the problem lies. TNA, your bread and butter, right here. It's American. Hey, I have no problem with my international brothers. No problem at all. Anyone that knows me knows I love everyone. But let me tell you, you got to make sure you take care of us, because at the end of the day, there's probably going to be some things that go down in this pay-per-view that, because it's a cross promotion, you got to try to keep everybody happy. It's going to have the American fans scratching our heads. First problem. I'm looking at the card and I have no clue who some of these people are. That's a huge problem. This is the biggest pay-per-view of the year. And I don't even know who these guys are in their matches. That's a problem. I'm not here to rant, but guys, that's a problem. I'm sorry. That's a problem. I don't even know who these guys are. You want me to pay money? Okay, let me start off with the X Division. Luckily with this, it is people we know. At least two of them for me. I've heard this other guy's name, but here we go. We're going to have Kaz Hayashi versus Samoa Joe versus Low Ki. Now, I'm just going to assume here that this is probably going to be a really good match. I mean, how can you go wrong with Low Ki and Joe? And I'm sure this Hayashi guy can work. I swear I've heard that name before. He might be the only guy on this card, as far as the cross promotion is concerned, whose name I do know. But I see this one being a good one. Who do you think is going to win, guys? I'm going to go with Joe keeping the belt, just to keep things safe, from a couple of standpoints. Number one, I don't even know who this other guy is, Kaz Hayashi. And I don't know how long Low Ki is sticking around. Was he just brought in for these crop of shows? We'll find out. We'll see who wins the belt. Next, we have 3 cross-promotion matches, okay? EC3 versus Ryota Hama. This guy is a sumo wrestler, guys. They say he's about 500 pounds. Once again, never heard of him. No clue who he is. Don't know if he's good, bad, or indifferent. But I never heard of him, and that's a problem. This is a pay-per-view, the biggest pay-per-view. You need a new TV deal. I mean, you got to bring it, TNA. I love you, but you got to bring it, and this is not doing it. Let me go to the next one. MVP versus Kazuma Sakamoto. No clue who this guy is. Maybe you guys do. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. Some of you, more knowledgeable wrestling fans on this subject, on these names I'm naming, that I don't know, tell me. I would love to hear, You say something like, hey, oh no, hey, don't worry, Bezell, this guy's good. Oh, this will be a good match, Bezell. This guy can work. Let me know if you know. After that, we have Manic versus Minoru Tanaka. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a Manic fan, so I can't see this match being bad unless this Tanaka guy just has no clue what he's doing. And I doubt that too. I'm sure Wrestle One is giving us, some of their better talent. But still, guys like Manic, the shorter guys that are real athletic and quick in the ring, they usually don't disappoint. So I'm looking forward to that match. But out of these three matches, we have I don't want to say pretty big names. No, we have three big names. Well, especially the top two. EC3 is a big name in TNA. Period. We can go back and forth on that all day. MVP, he's a name. He walked in a name. Whether you like him or hate him, he did walk into the company with a name, so you know who he is. So you got that adds to his his stature. And then you have Manic. 3 TNA representatives versus 3 Wrestle One representatives. Somebody's going down, and you know it, and I know it, and it's a shame and disgrace. But I got a feeling I'm gonna go ahead and be bold and say it. 2 of these Wrestle One competitors are gonna win these matches. It'll be probably one of our TNA representatives winning these matches. Who will be? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I sure hope EC3 doesn't lose to a sumo wrestler, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, now here's where let's get down to a championship match. The Knockouts title. New Knockouts champion, Jessica Havoc. It's going to be defending against Velvet Sky. Guys, don't get me wrong here, please. I like Velvet. Is she the best worker in the ring? No, you're never going to hear Bezell say that, but I like Velvet. I like Velvet better as a babyface, to be honest with you. When she had her title run as a babyface, she really looked and felt like a natural babyface. It worked for me. And, it worked. It's fine. Was she doing stellar matches? No, but to me, she's a natural babyface. But you got to scrap all that. She's back with the beautiful people. She's deeply entrenched with that gimmick, and she's going against Havoc. Who booked this, guys? You got Havoc coming up as this powerhouse. How can Velvet Sky, at her current state, even just in keeping it kayfabe or keeping it in character, in her current character state, how on earth is she going to be able to go more than 2 minutes with Havoc? This is your pay-per-view match? Don't get me wrong. I'm very intrigued by Havoc, and I like Havoc. I want to see more. I want to see more one-on-one encounters with Havoc. So I guess I need to shut up, but this is what they're giving me. But wow, to me, they dropped the ball on this. To me, that this should be. If you're gonna go just reach into the barrel and just say, "Well, we'll throw Velvet out there," hey, give us Brittany. Bring Taryn Terrell back in this match. She's coming off a pretty hot run right now. What are they thinking? Are they thinking? But once again, you want us to pay for this? TNA, please, I love you. I hate to even do this video right now, but you got to come correct. This is Bound for Glory. I did a review on Impact last night. Let me tell you something, guys. I had a feeling that Impact I watched last night was better than what was going to be on this pay-per-view. And I hate to say that, but that's just to me, that's all I'm seeing so far. But let's keep going. Next, we're going to have James Storm with the Great Sonata versus the mentor, the master, the legend, the Great Muta, and his partner, Tajiri. Boy, where do I go on this one? First of all, I have no interest in Tajiri whatsoever. And nothing but respect for Tajiri. I thought he worked it when he was in WWE. He really did. He worked it. Don't even get me going on Muta. Love the guy. Grew up watching him. I remember when he made his debut in NWA Wrestling. I remember. I was probably about 7 or 8 at the time. Love Muta. But when we saw Muta in that, I believe, I can't even remember what pay-per-view it was, but when we saw Muta in that cage match about 4 or 5 months ago when all this cross-promotion first started, he barely could finish that match. He looked like he obviously hurt his knee or something in that match. And he was taking it easy pretty good. Guys, we all reach a point where sometimes you got to slow things down. I'm in my, early 30s, mid-30s, what you want to call it. That's a whole nother video. But either way, there's things I can't, I could do 5 years ago that I can't do now. So don't tell me, how's Muta going to go out there and try to wow us the way he used to? And that's what he's going to try to do. And that's what he tried to do in that cage match. And he couldn't do it. He was limping by the end of the match. And he he was not in a lot of action. I hope he. I don't like to see my heroes or guys I grew up watching back in the day. I don't like to see them embarrass themselves, guys. I know you don't either. I just hope this match goes well. But I got a feeling your winners on this are going to easily be Muda and Tajiri. Even though I like, just to preface, I like Storm, TNA, one of the TNA foundations. I like Storm. And I like Sonata too. He reminds me of a young Muda. What do you guys think? Comment on that below. Do you think Sonata's a pose, or does he actually remind you of a Muda? Does he look to you like a guy that really respects and looks up to Muda? And it's an honor for him to be doing this character. That's the vibe I get. You tell me below. But did I also mention that before, just to make sure, I can't remember, that there's no way in the world Sky's winning this match, and nothing short of Angelina rolling in, hitting havoc with something. There's no way that Sky's going to win that match. But let's continue. And I guess this is the main event because I believe this is the last match, at least the last one listed. So I don't know what's going to be the order yet, but we're going to have Team 3D, Bully Ray and Devon versus Monster Abyss and Tommy Dreamer. Guys, you're giving me impact matches. You're giving me warm-up impact matches. This is the biggest pay-per-view of the year. You're looking for a TV deal. I'll be honest with you. Team 3D will probably get the win, but who cares? I mean, you're killing me, TNA. How can Impact be so good last night, and then this card is so lackluster? And then to do you one better, even for all us loyal fans out there, to do you one better, we're just now getting the card. They announced the card last night. It's the week of. This is the go home show. We should have known who this card was. They should have had some of these Japanese wrestlers over here in the States and competing and letting us see them on television so we know what the heck they want us to pay money for. I don't understand it. And I don't want to hear, oh, TNA sucks, so they do this and that. Yeah, they do a lot of stupid booking and things like that, but you can't say they suck because the show I watched last night, that was a top-notch wrestling show. Comment down below. But anyways, I don't want to go too long. But there's your Bound for Glory card. I chose the winners and losers. We'll do follow-up, see what happens. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it will be a good show. But either way, thanks for watching the video. Comment, tell a friend, share, like, subscribe. We got plenty of content coming for you. And we'll see you next time. Bezell out.